family getting through this shit together. So get ready because the fun is about to begin. Oh, here comes the housekeeping. Now feel free to grab a cocktail and your loved ones because it's time to kick back and let the laughs rip.
Yes.
But if you have to actually let one rip, please mute your audio. That reminds me, while we are an animal-friendly bunch, if your fur babies or two-legged babies are making too much noise, please mute your audio. We also do love to see your beautiful smiles and jazz hands, so feel free to leave your videos on. Just don't take us to the bathroom or else you're on candid camera. Your donations keep our weekly show running and we are so grateful. You can find the donation links in the chat at the bottom of your screen. Mark your calendars because you can watch new comics every Friday. Laughter heals, so join us every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can also join us on Facebook and Instagram. Now let's hear you put your hands together and welcome the founder and producer of Friday Nite Funnies, coming to the stage, Keisha Norton.
All right. Yeah.
Hey everybody! Yes. To have all of you here, this is so amazing. This is at Friday Nite Funnies. We are more than a comedy show. We are like a family getting through this shit together, one Friday at a time. And I'm so excited because after we open up, this will still be alive and kicking, only in a place. But I will keep announcing when those developments keep happening. So thank you so much for being here. And I just wanted to say, it's a free show, but donations are definitely appreciated. They literally keep the show running smoothly. We have Christina on tech because I'm a spaz. And I just want to say, if you want to become a VIP, you can sign up for, and I don't know why this is not going through. Okay, you can sign up for to be on the mailing list and become a family member of Friday Nite Funnies, and you can join our Instagram and Facebook and our YouTube channel where you can catch some of the other shows which are really funny on YouTube. All right, that being said, I love this woman. She is a really funny host, and she also can keep you very healthy because she's also a health coach, and she's performed on Friday Nite Funnies before, and she performs on a lot of other shows on Zoom, and then before Zoom, definitely performed at Dow of Comedy, the Ice House, Comedy Store, you name it, she's done it. Put your hands together for the wonderful host, Susan Wolf, everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. I am so excited to be here. And again, my name is Susan Wolf. And a little bit about myself. I do own a dog walking pet sitting business. Let's just check that off the old gay to-do list. I was actually so impressed that Keisha actually recognized the fact. She said, "You're standing. You're actually standing." And I'm like, this is the first time I've actually stood since COVID started. Like, I have been in a chair for the past 12 months. So, man, this is crazy. Yes, I like it. And I'm using a mic. It's not plugged in, but I'm trying to get used to having something of this shape so close to my mouth. It's a little crazy. You know, it kind of takes, I got to admit, it takes me back. Yeah. Way back before this haircut. So very excited to be here. I did mention my dog walking business. I'm very proud of it. I actually had my client's dog the other day, and we caught up to this lady that had a dog, and the two dogs were kind of getting acquainted with each other's buttholes, you know. And listen, I could not notice how gorgeous the dog's mom was. Like, absolutely stunning. right? A beautiful, and clearly in her 70s. I was inspired. Get one of those. I wanted to get one of those cute caps with the letters BILF, a booby I'd like to fuck. Hey, just being honest with you. Just being honest. They say honesty is the best policy. So I live in West Hollywood, California, and if you're familiar with the area, you might be familiar with the Kylie Jenner billboard that hovers over Santa Monica Boulevard. And if you get to that intersection, don't look up at her because she'll suck you in, right? Very, very mesmerizing. You know, you're like, she's so beautiful. Like she's got this, so I'm at the red light and she's got this amazing like bronze complexion and her plumped up pouty lips and her come hither eyes. And oh my gosh, she was wearing a gorgeous, like very fitted, silky dress. And I levitated. But what snapped me out of it was that two black crows flew on top of the billboard. And I was wondering if they were going to hop, like just kind of hop over and shit all over Kylie's head. Listen, I'm not a hater, but that would have made my day. So have you ever thought to yourself, as you're walking through a department store, that's a department store, with or without a head, I'd fuck that mannequin. Thumbs up. Wow, boy, oh boy, there is a great pulse in the room. And by the way, Macy's has the hottest mannequins going. That's right. That's right. So Keisha mentioned that I'm a health coach, and I am. And I'm a health, wellness, and life coach. And I always get asked this question from a lot of people. What should I eat? What should I eat? As a matter of fact, I eat the healthiest foods. I can't lose weight. And people are frustrated and they're depressed over it. And I don't blame them. Here's my question. Are you eating out of a trough? Jesus Christ. Friggin' try scaling down to like a plate. Try that on for size. And if you need a health coach, you know, you hear how caring I am. Come see me after. Yeah, I will empower you. I will empower you. So anyhow, I was watching a Zoom fundraiser, and guess who they had on? Brad Pitt. Ooh, right. That's right. I think he is gorgeous. For that, I'd go back in the closet. Hell, I waited till my 30s to come out. What's a few more minutes? So, you know, we'd be in the closet, me and Brad. And he'd say, gay? This? No, silly. Tomboy. So listen, enough of me, right? I'm tired of my own self right now. So do we want to see some amazing comics, everybody? Yeah, right. Excellent. So all right, I'm going to bring on our first comic, and you've seen this next comic at places like the Comedy Store, Tao Comedy, the Burbank Comedy Festival, and the New York Underground Festival. Give a warm welcome to Lindsay Loon.
Hey y'all, I'm Lindsay Loon. So it's crazy times. I have told people to be safe so many times. It's like I'm obsessed with getting them to wear condoms. Like, be safe, be safe. I sound like a crazy high school health teacher just running after the kids with condoms. Like, here, take this one. It's flavored. It's not bad. Don't ask me how I know. So I'm Jewish and half hillbilly. I'm a Jew, Billy. My father's family's from the mountains of North Carolina, and my mother's is from 5,781 years of Jewish suffering. But it's fun being a Jew, Billy. Shalom, y'all. I can hunt squirrels. I can hunt squirrels and bargains too. Financially, I'm a yo-yo. You know, I love buying from infomercials, but then I return them for the money back guarantee. We've got Jewish accountants that'll do your taxes and hillbillies who will do your taxidermy. I take my matzo balls bacon wrapped.
Yeah.
So my dad's an astrophysicist, and I know what you're thinking. Another hillbilly astrophysicist. What a cliche. But rockets do answer that hillbilly question. How does that blow up? And my dad's a real straight shooter. You know, he likes kind of making these pronouncements. It's kind of like an alarm will go off, like time to parent, and then he'll just say something. So when I was about 12, he goes, Lindsay, having unprotected sex is like running into traffic with your eyes closed. And I was so confused. I was like, is this a sex talk or a traffic safety talk? And then I realized it's my dad. It's both. Yeah. Super efficient. Yeah. So I got a call from him the other week. Lindsay, I'd like to apologize for your childhood. When you came along, your mother and I were rank amateurs. We had no idea what we were doing. I think we've done much better with your sister. Everyone thinks they've done much better with my sister, y'all. Including a few ex-boyfriends. Yeah. But there are certain things that really piss me off that just kind of make me angry. And it annoys me so much when people use Nazi as a descriptor. Like, I'm such a Nazi about cleaning the bathroom. Are you? When you clean the bathroom, do you steal human teeth? What is happening in that shower? As a Jew, I am deeply concerned. Yes. No, seriously, respect the dead, you know, don't combine genocide and shower gel. Just don't do it. So on a life-affirming note, I am dating. I've been, yeah. His name is Mike. I've actually been seeing him on and off for 4 years, the same guy. He is my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, boyfriend. Yeah. Yeah. 4 years. It's like a degree in non-commitment. And as a comic, you know, I spend a lot of time with another Mike, right? But at least this one listens to me. And stays hard. No, I do feel kind of bad talking about him. He is a sweetheart. We discussed it. And he wants you to know that, you know, he's a good enough guy that he's okay with my talking about him in shows. Yeah. He's just not a good enough guy to be here. And we live together, y'all. He just grabbed a magazine and went to hide in the bathroom. Yeah. But we have a ceasefire. I mean, a relationship. And I'm glad that we're together, you know, partly because it's nice to be in a relationship during COVID. It's cozy, but also the breakups are awful. And breakups should be private, you know. You should have the dignity of being alone when you cry into your breakfast ice cream. Yeah. And that's impossible when you live together in a studio apartment. Yeah. We're on, we're off, we're on, we're off. He's right there. Yeah. I mean, who wants to run into their ex-boyfriend in the kitchen area? It's awkward. I mean, I'm not alone. He eats my breakfast ice cream. And he even sings along to my breakup power song, I Will Survive. Yeah. I will survive. But it turns out Mike will survive too. Yeah. He's pretty good. Sometimes we harmonize. Yeah. But there's a lot of love. You know, it's not a dead end relationship. It's a cul-de-sac relationship. Yeah. Is it cozy? Absolutely. Is it going nowhere? Absolutely. Yeah. But if things really go wrong, I've got a backup plan. I'll just set him up with my sister. I mean, we're half hillbilly. It's all in the family. Be safe, y'all. I'm Lindsay Loon.
All right.
Lindsay.
Yeah. One more year for Lindsay Loon. Cool. Half hillbilly, half Jew. God, you gotta love that. I'm 100% Jew. Yeah, and I'm a bad Jew. I'm a bad Jew. Definitely a bad Jew. Yeah, I got kicked out of Hebrew school. So I must be a bad Jew. Anyhow, enough of that. I'm not gonna go into it. Anyhow, are you ready for our next comic?
Yes.
So this next comic, he really didn't give me much to go on, you know, to how to introduce him. So he left me to, you know, try to figure this out myself. I know he's a great guy, and he looks like he could be a musician, but I'm gonna say I don't think he plays any of those guitars behind him. But he's funny as hell. So let's give a warm welcome to Antionio Scarpitta.
Thank you, Susan. Please keep the love going for a wonderful Susan.
Yes.
So we've been in this quarantine for over 10 months now. And the good thing about it is that I get to spend more time with my wife.
Aww.
Now, the bad thing about it is that I get to spend more time with my wife. My wife is a fitness instructor. She used to leave the house every morning at 5 a.m. and channel all her frustrations teaching classes. Well, now, my day starts at 5 a.m. Running up and down stairs, push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups. And if I complain, some shut-ups. I could probably pass the physical for the Navy SEALs. I haven't worked out that hard since I crossed the border. She's also a nutritionist. I've had vegetables I didn't even know existed. This thing, what's the name of that green broccoli? I haven't seen a bag of Doritos in months. So I started seeing my neighbor behind my wife's back. She's a baker. And even still now, one roll of toilet paper will get me 5 muffins. But, you know, I think my wife is starting to get suspicious because I came home the other night and she asked me why I smell like banana bread. I had to tell her it was my new chapstick. So I am originally from Venezuela, South America.
Woo!
Thank you. I left the country for a better future. And I came here to California, you know, for the sun, the ocean, the mountains, cannabis. But I wanted to change the person that I was up to that point because I was more confused than Adam and Eve on Mother's Day. So I started reading a lot of good positive thoughts, you know. I read that to hate was bad, so I stopped hating. I read that greed was a sin, so I stopped being greedy. I also read that sex was bad, so I stopped reading. Anyways, I ended up in San Francisco, and I landed a great job there, actually. I was selling home security systems door to door, and I was very good at it. You know, when people were in home, I would just leave a brochure on their kitchen table. Then I moved down to LA, found a girlfriend finally. She wasn't a beauty queen, but hey, I'm not a prize winner either anyways. You know, when I was born, they put tinted windows on my incubator. I asked Siri once, Siri, why am I alone? And Siri sent me this photo. I don't see the reference, man. I don't even smoke. Anyways, my girlfriend and I, we didn't have a very good relationship. And I never got along with her family, especially her brother. Man, what a freeloader this guy was. I used to call him the genie because every time we open a bottle, the guy appeared. And enough about that. On a less personal note, I just recently had my first prostate exam.
Oh,
Man, that is one experience I would love to forget. I was inside that examination room for over 30 minutes. It was painful, it was invasive, it was humiliating is what it was. But then the weirdest thing happened. The doctor left as soon as the nurse came in. And she asked me one of the most difficult questions I ever had to answer. She looked at me and said, "Who was that guy?" That wasn't the end of it. She then said to me, "Please pull your pants up. Your dentist will be right with you." Every time I talk about it, my ass itches. But anyways, you truly never get to know the people in your life that well. Just this morning, I saw on the news that a local mechanic was arrested for being a major drug dealer. I was so disappointed, you know. I mean, the guy's been in the neighborhood for decades. I have been his client for at least 10 years. I had no idea he was a mechanic. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Susan.
Excellent. All right, keep it going for Antonio.
That's funny.
Nice, hilarious. Oh my
All
God.
right, great, very cool. Let's keep this going. That was great. Cool. So our next comic is a favorite in Washington D.C. Well, then you're the only one that's favorite right now in Washington D.C. And he performed at the Gotham Comedy Club in New York. Please welcome Jeff Hysen, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Oh, it's nice to be here. I think I'm the oldest comic of the night. And I had a show not long ago. Before it began, the other comics were discussing the effects of drug use on comedy. They asked me my opinion, and I said, Lipitor has no effect. I got in an elevator, and a guy starts talking about politics in an elevator. You can't do that, especially these days. That's a breach of elevator etiquette. You see, I believe there are only certain topics that you can talk about in an elevator, but not everyone's catching on. I got in an elevator with two women. I pressed 3, they pressed 5. One of them turns to the other and asks, so how was your date? And the other one said, it was so romantic. We had dinner, then we went back to his place, and then and they turned to look at me as the door opened on my floor. But I'm not going anywhere. I want to know what happened. So one of them asked, isn't this your floor? And I said, yes, but that was before I knew you had a date. Please keep talking. I'll just stand in the corner. It won't be creepy at all. Oh, and as for that guy that started talking about politics, I got so mad, I pressed all the buttons and told him about my colonoscopy. See how he likes that. And then I sanitized all the buttons because I'm a good citizen. I'm in line at a deli and I look up and there's a sign that says, Manager's Special. What an ego. I'm sure his mother thinks so. But I'm undecided. So I asked the clerk, if the manager's special, then what am I, chopped liver? So she gave me chopped liver. And it was just okay. I'm beginning to think the manager isn't all that special. And I've been married a long time. So long that when I didn't feel well a few weeks ago, after taking care of me for a few hours, my wife started to call me precious and honey. And I knew that she was being sarcastic. Again, I've been married a long time, but I still look at other women. I think that all married guys do. Well, except for one guy I know, he says he doesn't because it's disrespectful to his wife. That's sweet. I have a nickname for him, Liar. You know that as soon as he leaves the room, his wife's watching Magic Mike. A young guy I know asked me what marriage is like. I said, let me tell you a story. My wife asked me if I wanted to go somewhere. And I said, no. And she said, oh, we're going. And I said, so why'd you ask me? And she said, I wanted you to feel as if you were involved. That's what marriage is like. My wife was putting up a picture, so she was holding a hammer. And I said, I better stay away from you while you're holding that hammer. And she looks at me cold in the eye and says, that's not how I would kill you. I said, you thought about this? She said, it's my backup plan. Oh, that's good to know. When you're married, it's important to support each other. Well, my wife has my back when we're in the car with the GPS lady. The GPS takes me down a side road, and I ask it, "Where are you taking me?" And my wife yells at it, "Yeah, what are you, stupid?" When we're in the car, it's like we're in a gang, a weird middle-aged Jewish gang. But my wife and I decided it was time to shake things up. Yeah, so we went to a different Target.
Very good.
We did the same things, but in a different order. It was crazy. On the day of our anniversary, I went to her Facebook page and I wrote, "Happy anniversary to my wonderful wife. This counts as a card." She didn't mind. We've been married for so long, we just get each other whatever cards are on sale. You don't know how many times we celebrated Kwanzaa. I've been married for so long, I wouldn't know what to do with another woman. I was in a bar with a friend. He pointed to a woman and asked me what I thought of her. And all I could think was, there's a woman who knows when it's recycle day. I wouldn't know what to say to another woman. Our idea of sexy talk is finding 2 Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. Oh, these prices are making me hot. I've been married for so long, I've forgotten what sex is like when you're single. There's a single guy at work. He said, "I can't wait to go home. My girl's going to be there and we're going to have sex tonight." And I said, "But it's Tuesday." You'll see. And my wife said, "I need a new purse." And I said, "I only have one wallet. I don't see why you need to have more than one purse." And she said, "I don't see why we need to have sex more than once a week." I hadn't thought about it that way. So I bought her 7 purses. You guys have been terrific. I love Friday Night Funnies. Everybody, stay safe. My name is Jeff Hysen. Thank you.
So much. Keep it going for Jeff Hysen, everybody.
That's right. Thank you.
Excellent. Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Really cool, Jeff. I was that brought up a lot of thoughts about my relationship, my 13-year relationship with my partner, and I'll tell you, what we love to do for foreplay is rub like Asper cream into our arthritic joints. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. Yeah, it's pretty much what we've resorted to. So before I bring our next comic up. Cool. All right, keep it going for the laughter. Excellent, excellent. Very cool. Nice. Very, very cool. Diane, we'll be sending you the money soon. Don't worry. Thank you. So yeah. So before we bring up the next comic, I think Keisha put in the chat about donating. If you can, that would be super cool. In LA, man, you know, a cup of coffee is about $35. So whatever you can do to contribute to that would be so awesome. We would really appreciate it. But yeah, if you can do it, that would be great. That would be great. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. So, all right. So are we ready for our next comic? You know, even if you're not, man, we're going for it. We are going for it. So anyhow, you're gonna love this next girl. So Victoria Haynes, she is a fresh new comic from Atlanta, Georgia. And I want you to get ready for a dose of some Southern charm and a warm welcome for Victoria.
All right, y'all. Hey, Diane. Giving all the love. Thank y'all for y'all support. I'm even more hyped than Diane today, y'all. You may want to ask why. How can she be so excited with all this turmoil going on in the country, with this whole lineup of comedians that are in relationships when you know I can't keep a man? Why am I so excited? I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm so excited. I am so excited because I have discovered gummy vitamins, y'all. Straight up, everybody that's cheering out, they know about the gummy vitamins. If you ain't cheering, your iron is probably deficient. So you need to get on it. Let me tell you, because sometimes you don't even know if you're depressed or if your B12 levels are just low. So I checked out these gummy vitamins. And let me tell y'all, they are delicious. I don't know how anybody can get away with eating just 8. I had like 12 today. I am pretty sure I'm about to overdose. I'm slightly lightheaded. If there is a doctor in the crowd, just stand by. If I go dark, I'm gonna need some help. Just put it in the chat. So, as Susan said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, y'all, and I'm so proud of my home. Yes, Georgia. Yep, I'm so proud of my hometown. They did an extreme makeover in 2021, flipped it blue. They did all their good stuff, but you know, right. That's right. I wasn't surprised, y'all, because in Atlanta, let me tell y'all, Atlanta is a very Black city. Everything is Black. We got a Black mayor, Black business owners, Black eyed peas, collard greens, chicken wings. It is a Black city. And let me tell you what else. The women from Atlanta, now y'all might want to debate, but don't start, all right? The women from Atlanta are some of the most beautiful women in the country. And they are built like stallions, okay? Big old, thick butts, just marching down. Like if you ain't packing it in the back, there's an investigation. Okay? Like, what is going on? See, that's how I actually wound up in LA, because I was brought to trial. They was like, you ain't even half-assing it, you just flat-assing it. You don't have to go to California.
LA, you go.
I made it to LA, you know, and I'm representing from LA right now. You know, I've been very conscious though of the politics and everything that's been going on. Has anybody checked out the exit polls after the election? Well, I did. I looked at the demographics and how everybody was voting. Look, there's sweating going on in the room. Don't get nervous. Right in the chest, didn't it? Calm down and relax. Okay, this is the affirmative action section, but I'm not here to attack you. All right. Now, I went to the exit polls and I discovered that 65% of white men voted for Donald Trump. So, no more white penis for me, pretty much. Y'all got 4 years to get it together. You are on punishment. You are cut off. I don't care. I am definitely racist. Enough is enough. And then let me just make a public service announcement. All right. Listen up. This can go out to the world, as a matter of fact. Normal white supremacists. Can y'all please snatch up these other white supremacists? Because they was making y'all look bad. Just horrible on TV, okay? Just horrible. And everybody want to blame Donald Trump, okay? I don't blame Donald Trump. I don't. Because Donald Trump has been the president for 4 years. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay. He's been president for 4 years. Okay. Now, but Hamilton has been on Disney Plus for 6 months. Hamilton goes on Disney Plus, all of a sudden they storm in the Capitol. All right. There's not a correlation. Now, when it was on Broadway and tickets were $100, Nothing was going on. The minute it hit Disney Plus, now Billy Bob and Jimbo. Y'all ain't know what a revolution. Didn't know what a revolution was till you saw it on TV. This is some BS. So all I'm saying is, if we can impeach, get him out of here. But more importantly, get Hamilton off Disney Plus before the inauguration. That's just my. So you guys, I've been trying to keep myself sane. I took a palm reading class on Zoom. It was really fun.
Lord, no.
I took a palm reading class, and I learned there's 4 types of heart lines, okay? And so on your palm, you got 4 different types. I have actually 3 out of 4 on my palm. So I've got the big heart, the romantic idealist, and the hermit. Now, when it's blended like that, palm readers call it the reason you're gonna die alone. I was like, how did this woman know I can't keep a man? She is accurate. That's a tip up in here. And you know, it's good to be single because at the end of the day, you learn a lot of information. For example, did you know that the lifespan of a brown recluse spider is 2 years? Yeah, now I know that because the one living in my bedroom, he's about 1.5 right now. So, yeah, y'all, I'm just kind of like waiting till the time comes and I can move back in there because I'm just waiting it out on the couch. See, that's single life. Now, y'all have been an amazing audience. Thank you for the love.
Victoria.
Nite Funnies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep it going for Victoria. Awesome. Very, very cool. Very
Wow.
cool. Yeah, I hear you, Victoria. No more white dick. I'm on board with that. I'm with you all the way. No more white dick. Yeah, yeah. Not even a strap on. No more white strap on. That shit. All right. Boycotting that. Damn. All right. So, listen. None of this would be. We would not be here listening to anything about palm reading or bad relationships or strap-ons if it weren't for this next comic. She is the founder, the producer, the inventor. She did all of this. All right. So please, a warm welcome for Keisha.
Thank you so much, Susan. Everybody give it up for Susan in the comics tonight. Woo!
Yes,
It's been so fun.
Yes.
And it's so great. It's so great to have Diane back, man. I tell you, your laugh heals cancer. Oh my God, I can cancel my therapist tomorrow. I'm like, woo! I love this. I just love this community and this family. I'm so grateful. And I know that it's a good show because you guys all made me snort. Each and every one of them. And my last name's Norton. So guess what my nickname used to be in school?
Norton.
That's right.
Norton.
And we have some of my friends from Buffalo in the house.
Yeah.
Hello. Susie and Marianne. I don't know if Lisa was on, but it's just so cool to have this platform and we can all Zoom from everywhere. It's so
That's
cool.
Right.
And what I also like is like I can go from my chair to my bed and I don't have to carry mace. I love Zoom. Like, and some of us can go from our chair to our bed and we won't get a DUI. I think we really have to keep it a hybrid when we go out live. Like, for those who don't want to drive, they go on Zoom. And those who do. I just recently moved and I have to tell you, I'm having a really hard time focusing because right next to me is karaoke on testosterone happening. The guy is singing full on, like so loud. Oh my gosh. And that's why I have these on. But I can still hear him. It's like invading my head. But anyway, just had to get that off my itty bitty chest. So I just moved. I love my place, minus the karaoke. And I also got a new haircut.
I like it.
Thank you. And the new haircut started with a glass of wine and these. I tell you what wine can do to bangs. I put the scissors up and I literally said, you know, I really should lower those scissors. I don't really care. Fuck it. And I cut off the bangs. And then my hair was so cockeyed, I had to go to the hairstylist, and the hairstylist was Japanese. Not that that matters, but there was a little bit of a language barrier. And he said, so what would you like? And that was not a Japanese accent. And I said, you know what? I don't care. Fuck it. Just cut it off. So he really did. He took me literally. And if my dad could see me now, he'd say, wow, Lana Leslie's back. We all had nicknames when we were kids. My older brother's was Bump Belly, the famous football player. That usually gets a laugh. The younger brother's was Gabby Cuddles, the all-American Western cowboy or something. And then mine was Lana Leslie. And when I was 11, I said, Dad, how come you named me Lana Leslie? He said, well, I named you Lana after Lana Turner. And Leslie after lesbian. I was like, what's a lesbian? Ask me when you're 18. So then I was 18. I said, hey, Dad, remember when you told me to ask you why you named me Lana Leslie? He was like, no. He doesn't even remember the one time he told me I was actually a good actor. He doesn't remember that. He doesn't. No, but he'll remember that one time that I smoked pot with a bunch of guys. Yeah, selective memory. Anyway, that's just a little diatribe. So getting back to the 18, I said, Dad, why'd you name it? He goes, well, I just kind of figured if you were a lesbian, then I wouldn't have to worry about you getting pregnant. My dad, I'm the only daughter, and this is how my dad cheered me up when I called him to tell him that my ex got divorced again. He said, well, now we know it wasn't you. Like, seriously, he thinks that's like cheer up material. And for me, it's called the therapist material. Like, the difference between female parenting and male parenting is this. Men, don't say to your daughters, you're pretty good. Like, you idiot. Like, that is, your daughter's going to need a therapist. A guy hears, like a son hears that, and they're like, wow, I'm pretty good. I'm Superman. Well, a daughter hears, oh my God, I'm not good enough. Just not good enough. Okay. That's the relationship with my dad. Anyway, so nothing, you know, nothing's changed for me in this pandemic. Like, ever since I got divorced and I moved to LA, my bank account has always been in a pandemic. Victoria thinks Hamilton's caused all of this. Well, you know what? I disagree. Like, 10 months ago, I was praying to God to get me the hell out of catering. And I prayed really hard. I even walked around in a circle. It was a circle making prayer. Stand upstairs. A week later, the pandemic. I was like, God, I didn't mean for you to send the whole world home. Just me. Just me. That's it. Like, oh my God. And then when we started to open up again, I was praying, God, don't let me go back to Canada. I really can't take it. My ovaries are going to go out of my body. I can't take this shit. Again, I go around in a circle because it works, people. Direct line. Okay. And 2 hours later, I broke my wrist. Guess what? It was on Father's Day. Direct correlation with that. Well, now, you know, Trump thinks that the Chinese caused the pandemic. I'm like, no, dumbass, it's my prayers. And I've been trying to like think of something right now. Nothing's coming. So you can text me and I'll walk around a circle. I'll keep walking. And maybe he'll just leave the planet. It'd be great if he could just leave the planet. Not die, just leave. Like, have that orange combust. Like explode, implode, whatever. I don't know. I think that would be good. Anyway, that's my time, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all.